This is Katie Oshiwa Nitah with HJR Seminars LLC, Harmonizing Journey .com. And I just wanted to sort of say that the Harmonizing Journey with Katie Oshiwa Nitah series is a little bit on hold right now because I'm getting guidance that the last few group journeys is plenty for people. So repeat those journeys, and if you're new to it, by all means go back through. So if you are coming at this through the website, then you can just find it real easy with those. And if it's straight YouTube, I have actually a playlist called Harmonizing Journey with Katie Oshiwa Nitah. You can go back through and watch whatever ones that you're guided to do. And seems like because kind of the last few have not been journeys, and I've been doing just actually more like insights. So I'm just calling it HJR Insights for now. And it's really still connects to the Harmonizing Journey with Katie Oshiwa Nitah, those journeys, all that information. This is just more filler to fill out and make these journeys make more sense of what we're doing, the purpose, why, what's the importance of doing these journeys. Okay. The topic today is the Black Sun. That's been coming up a bit lately in my hologram recently, and Gigi Young did an excellent video about it, and I recommend you watching her video as well. Just go to her, I think it's just called Gigi Young YouTube channel, and she's got lots of really good information. So back to the Black Sun. So there's a lot of fear, right, around it. A lot of it's bad, sinful, evil, fallen information. And as far as probably that Black Sun, order, it's probably true. That's probably true. But just looking in general at what the Black Sun is, I think we've been a bit conned, as usual. Kind of just like when we were told tarot and astrology were back in the day was, and probably I guess there's still places, groups that still say that or discredited in some form or another, that's wrong, bad, not good, kind of the same thing. Okay. We have been taught that anything to do with the Black Sun is evil. And knowing what I know now, I would say no, but tread carefully. This is what I have learned, and as usual, take what you like and leave the rest. Also, I would really appreciate people's feedback and questions as well, to your perspectives would be greatly appreciated. The Black Sun, okay, this is what I'm getting. The Black Sun is the Manu. It is the leading leg of the true trinity, okay, of the light, sound, and one, or pillar of peace, or pillar of power. The light sound is its Keylon coded manifest reflection of it, capital I, capital T, okay. Its sunlight cannot be seen by the naked eye, okay. We can only feel sense it through our molecular structure that is made up of it in its purest form, okay. Each of the 7 suns, okay, including the 8th sun, and this is Keylonic terminology, but just imagine going through the stairway of heaven, through the different universes, each of them having their suns, going through the galactic center, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Okay. So, each of the 7 suns, including the 8th hidden sun, has its white and black hole sets. travels through, in and out, okay? They work together, okay, as fission, fusion, plasmatic generators, okay? The white holes combine more of the electrotonal, okay, so electromagnetic signature or energy. And the black hole, I would say, is more the Un-1 and the pre-sound. Okay. Or the Manu, aka Un-1. The sound or vibration is the link up between the two holes. Not really sure actually how they're I'm not really sure how they're linked up. Between the two holes. From the darkness, right, the Lord God spoke, let there be light. Manu. Lord God spoke through the veil, let there be light. Okay. This interplay of sound vibration between the veils or black and white hole sunsets is the vibrational mechanics science that Keylonic science, or the organic light body mechanics, was built on. So kind of understanding why when people talk about the power of the sun, that's got a big part of the power of the sun. On one side of the veil, okay, is the pre-sound Manu Un-1. This pre-sound vibration, once it crosses the veil to the white manifest reflection, becomes an audible tonal signature, right? So the electrotonal, right? When you hear the sound, electrotonal. Okay. So, becomes an auto. Okay. So the Manu side, the vibrational tonal signature of the all that is, pulls. Okay, so when you're talking in its realm, pulls from everywhere, draws in, pulls in, pulls, conjures, pulls together. Okay, all right. A thought, intention, building charge to create an idea or construct. There's no sound at this point, but there's a vibration. Pre-sound vibratory energy signature. Energy will then burst into life. The full Keylon coded construct of the Manet, the light and airy sound. Right? The black to the white. Okay, an airy is another word for sound or vibration. Okay, Manet is light, ancient term for light, and airy is an ancient term for sound, and Manu is an ancient term for the womb, cave of creation, core, or the black sun, in my opinion. All right, through this, okay, so okay, and it's always the light and sound together. Okay, so this is the pre-sound, flashing, black hole, flashing to the white hole of the sun, shining. We see that. Okay, first there was darkness and there was light, sort of ideology from that perspective. So flashing out. All right, and again, I say they're together. Right, light and sound together, the airy and the Manet. The airy then pulls it back in, almost like a little cord. I'm imagining this little cord from the pre-sound keeps it all threaded together, like a yo-yo, except that this yo-yo multiplies back out, multiplies back out. So through this in-breath and out-breath, aka fission, fusion, plasmatic generators, move through the stairway of heaven, through all these suns, increasing the quantum thrust of light and sound within the Un-One alive in its Keylon coded structure. So it's right, building all kinds of beautiful complex structures, okay, or worlds, right? There is a base pulse rhythm breathing cycle with this, and that's important to really get and not want to mess with that, okay? These fission fusion generators flow through the Cathara grid, aka neural network pathways of the eternal mind, of the all that is, okay? They continually build up our energy lines and energy centers, okay? Or stairway to heaven, or flowing through the black and white holes of the suns. Okay, I mean, there's all kinds of ways to say it, okay? They continually build up the frequency of the light body, aka reflected light manifest structure. There is a natural balance between the two. Too much vibration can cause a construct to become too dense and heavy and solid. Too much light and poof, the manifest structure demanifests or possibly can burn up in space. All three interplay with each other, okay? The light, sound, Un-One. Second creation mechanics, okay, was an attempt at altering and controlling this process and sort of messing up and manipulating that breathing cycle. And we'll talk a little bit more. But recently, I've been getting a little bit more information as to how that mechanics got initiated. Okay, we are it, right? We are the whole process and more, as well as we all expand and grow as the all that is. God's first Eternal Ah-yah A'ya. A'ya is really kind of another way of saying the amness, and A'ya is the I and the Ah-yah. So they interplay together, right? In gaining that inner standing, okay, the fallen ones, we'll say, okay, got caught or fell into the caverns or crevices of the dark sun as they attempted to cross over from one density plane to the next, okay? AKA, we'll say density 1, Earth, to density 2, Terra, AKA heaven. These souls, or let's just, call it out. Parts of ourselves got caught up. Okay, we're here, all right? There's a reason we're here. We are all trying in our own ways to gain our personal power back to find our way out. Okay, so I may go back and forth between we and they and you because it's all interrelated and interconnected. We are in an in-between place, okay? This can be a dangerous place if you hold on to any mental maya or thought corpses of the false matrix of our current 3D net Earth. This black sun Manu that embodies all the suns, right, because it makes up everything, all the suns will rip apart anything inorganic. It will bring everything back eventually to its organic core, hence the terminology of space dust return, okay? Of the light body structure, of the reflected light structure, okay? Of the white hole sunset. Of the electrotonal white hole sunset. Kind of looking a little bit more into the mechanics of this fall into the black sun. This vibrational mechanics, okay, is the vibrational interplay between the white and black hole sunsets of creation, or the base pulse rhythm, right? The in-breath and out-breath renewal of life, okay? So, to breathe back into the core of our being wholly and thoroughly. That's our goal. Always to be able to breathing back in, expanding back out, experiencing what we've experienced, breathing it in, processing it, feeling it, being it, and then breathing and expanding it back out. And it goes through all the cycles, okay? Because this is a light body reflected light structure, right? Of it, capital I, capital T, okay? We have to move our identity through, as we do this, the stairway of heaven, or that cycle that I said, the neural network pathway to the eternal mind, or aka through the white and black hole sunsets, okay, aka the catharic grid lote structure. Again, trying to use different terminology for different people. If you have any programs, mental corpse Maya, that cuts you off, block, in other words, block this natural energetic flow, surfing, you can get caught in the weeds or knocked off your surfboard. But we'll say getting caught in the weeds, or aka crevices of a particular black hole sunset. The more you play the programs that get you stuck or thrown in the weeds, right, the more you become stuck. You may even develop, or, surprises, I've never done that in history, religious orders focused on being stuck. Interesting. Okay. Seeing all the okay, so you're seeing, and you're in this stuck place. You're seeing all the power around you, okay? Yet, okay, you're not in the white hole or the new white hole. You're kind of still in the previous white hole world, or kind of really in the black hole set either, right? You're kind of stuck. It really is a phantom hellish world, aka net Earth. Keep in mind, there is new Earth, okay, here and now, where we are not stuck. Most of us, at some level, some more than others, are expressing in this new Earth, more accurately, aka Aurora Earth, okay? Some will make it to Urea Earth, but that's another story. Today we are focused on the parts of self that are stuck. Okay. Sorry. All right. What ends up happening is we keep reincarnating, okay, in this stuck space. Who of us, for the most part, that gets into really studying spirituality, truly, doesn't quite connect with something past life about them, right? So we keep reincarnating, or for those, or we are, or whatever, the cabal, okay, we just go from body to body, unable to create a new form because we are really stuck in the black hole crevices, okay? The power around us, again, is just out of our grasp, okay? Our mind thinks hollow thoughts that screech in the night. Kind of another way of saying thought corpses. Okay. These thought corpses, okay, are ideologies or complex thought. Or ideologies are really kind of complex thought corpses. It's all kind of done mentally in the head. It can be very creative. We can take bits and pieces of stuff, maybe even some facts here and there, but for the most part, it's not based in really solid, founded reality. because it's been made up in here. Okay? But, and that are found, okay, predominantly, because when we're talking about mental stuff like this, it's found predominantly in the hollow phantom world. It doesn't have to say everything's bad in the fundamental world, but it's not solid. It's not stable. It's not organic. It's mental Maya. Okay. We have to vampire off whatever life we can harness. Okay. When we get stuck in that space. All right. That part of us. All wrapped up into those ideologies. Okay. As we keep living these corpse thought phantom world, our light body decreases more and more until finally it implodes. Okay, the space does return. But again, the light body, the light body, right? These corpse thoughts within this in-between place are all that is left of you within the lower 40 realm when that happens. When that happens. And there's aspects of ourselves that I think have kind of imploded, but remember, we are. And it's continually being renewed in many ways, okay? But those thoughts still, even though the light body structure goes poof, those thoughts never die. They may not be really organically alive. They're more of the inorganic, so they're still always around, okay? But they don't have that in-breath, out-breath. Okay. Sometimes I wish they could, just, some of them. But anyway, okay. These corpse thoughts within this in-between place are all that is left of you within the 40 realm. Keeping in mind, okay, so that's a lot of what we talk about when people talk about the fallen or the problems with the 40 realm. Keeping in mind your authentic self is it, right? I'm going to stress that. But that light body I we created in this time matrix has imploded, or at least aspects of it have imploded, okay? But not the true core I, but the light body structure I. All those memories and knowledge have gone poof unless someone holds us in mind with love and appreciation to bring this I back. And usually they're connecting back into the core. Love is the Manu, really. Love is the binding, creating force of life. Can reimagine and bring it back again to the power within of the Manu, of the eternal. Okay. So that I can come back easily back again. But you want to go through all that? Hopefully not. So every time we attempt to go through this veil, again, white and black hole sets are going from one density to the next, we will have a similar, hold on, I'll say this right. So we will still have any similar vibratory signature that will catch us in this in-between place, okay? So every time we attempt to cross over, if we're still running those programs, second creation finite programs that live in this phantom matrix, it'll pull us even more of ourselves into that matrix, okay? And I have a feeling each density realm has this place when you go to do that 45, which ends up being total 90. So one density, two density, flip out, flip into the new one, okay? You can get stuck, okay? There's a black hole, white hole set. You gotta go from the white hole, black hole to white hole, something like that. Okay. Right now, our density realm is our concern, of course. There is a fallen reversed 5D connected to this, as in a phantom matrix density 2 Terra. Okay. which the Guardian Alliance does reference, and it's very artificial and inorganic and not natural and not natural normal cycle, but it is, we can get stuck in it. We have to be really careful. We can't just say, oh, the 5D. I can automatically make it into the 5D. Maybe, maybe not. Are you going in from the Maya mental route programs? Or are you going from your internal core of your being? Are you feeling your way through it, into it? Okay. And also, hence, the importance of what I call the bypass system, but more accurately, correct term from Array's productions of KDDL3 is the evolutionary rise reconnection. That's a little bit more accurate. Okay. Alrighty. In our current time matrix, we have an elaborate false matrix gate system. Okay, just being more specific. Part of it has been built by these fallen Black Sun worshippers here on Earth. Okay, thousands upon thousands of years working on this. Again, they go from body to body to body to body. Okay, these souls, and I get into the satanic blah 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 da 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 whole thing. Okay, deep state blah blah. Okay, these souls are trapped in that in between place, directly linked into the Black Sun itself. For you cannot be anywhere else but within the womb or core of your being. So as fallen as they are, they're still the all it is. They're still it. They're just stuck. Okay. And that I identity of the reflected light sun is diminishing. But once they poof, when they poof, they just integrate back into the Black Sun, which is integrating into the core of their being, which is integrating in the Manu and what? Okay. Nothing's ever lost. All right. But you can get stuck and create a complex mind corpse phantom reality. All right. Examples of stuck programs really are, again, any programs that run second creation finite mechanics, as in any program that makes you think you are less than who you are. And I would say, for the most part, pretty much our current Western and even, I'm going to say, Eastern world view does this. Okay. It is hard to say which happened first in regards to the development of this Phantom Matrix program of the Black Sun. The chicken or the egg, right? But then again, there's no real time per se, except the construct of it. And there's a constant movement back and forth through it. Because remember, this realm is by no means rock bottom solid, period. So really it's probably a moot point. But it's something to think about. The key is to understand this Black Sun is a complex issue. Okay? Be careful not to get caught up in the right, wrong, good and bad, rigid, second creation finite mindset. Okay? When we do that, we have just lost the keys to our own salvation. So, I would say, take time to tune in and feel out for yourself. And I'm doing the same. Okay? Learning about it myself. Okay. And I hate to say this, but probably, maybe, I'm okay either way for others. Okay. But probably this Cabal Black Sun Fallen Order might have some good information. Maybe. I would imagine they channel both good and not so good information from that stuck place. There's a lot of mechanics and science they know. It's just not for us. So at this point, I would say, when you're strong enough, get your fields up and learn about their perspective. If you really have that pull. I'm not there either. yet either. Don't know that I want to personally want to go there. Got a feeling I might have already done it. That's part of why I'm stuck. But who knows? Maybe down the road. Maybe. But others, it might be their destiny. But then again, perhaps it could be their way of helping these trapped fallen souls, or parts of self, or parts of their self. But then again, I think that's why many of us came here, to do just that and got stuck. Yeah, I for sure can't even begin to make any objective discerning opinion on what to do at all. We each, as usual, have to feel it out for ourselves. We can certainly tune into our own inner being, making a direct link up with our own Unwan self, or Black Sun self. And that's probably really the best. Really the best. But who knows? I can't speak for others. And this brought me kind of also to processing and looking at the guilt, blame, shame game as really an intricate part of this fallen matrix system, phantom matrix system of this Black Sun order, of this cabal, satanic group, and our parts kind of stuck in it. And I think this is, and again, it ties in a little deeper to helping people with some of the previous harmonizing journey with Nitah, recent journeys, to make it sink home a little bit more the importance of doing the healing, clearing work, realigning work. So, according to the Seth material that I have read, he talks about natural guilt was instilled in the time, well, he didn't say time matrix, but I'll say time matrix. The time matrix as a compassionate countermeasure. I'm doing my own slant on the wording, but basically the same gist of what he said. Countermeasure to the cold harshness of the disconnect with the source, for the development of the intellect, right? And I've talked about that in the past, of why, in essence, what's considered fallen, why we're kind of where we're at, is as the all that is disconnected, so that we could then, by the seat of our pants, utilize our mental processes, thinking processes, to survive, grow, evolve, right? To develop the intellect, knowing we are eternal beings, that we are it. We're way more than that light body structure. We can just play around the codes, key codes of our light body structure. So that's what we were doing, and we found we needed to insert in the code of the light body this guilt, natural guilt program. And I also think we probably put it in to possibly work with those who had fallen in the crevices, so that they were hopefully becoming more compassionate and working their way out. When we did an action to another that caused harm, we would be mindful of this, okay, and choose different behaviors in the future. That was it. Nothing else. That was it. Okay. So what it's come into? Yay. But it ended up being used by the fallen ones who, bit by bit, became our controllers, right? The cabal. We're talking about the cabal. So instead of being a helpful tool, it became a way of binding and controlling what became their food source, the organic, natural human race. Okay. We became ruled, and so they can just say, oh, the Black Sun's evil, and right? Okay. And they could lay their claim on it, right? And we're just like, oh, okay. So we became ruled by these energetic forces, both within and without, right? And I've talked about that. The Hermetic and the Luciferian, right? Okay. So those influences. And the burdens, right? Okay. We created a whole complex punishment system that locked us into the phantom matrix. We even use this punishment system to regulate how we can go to heaven. All right? It's bad. It's really bad. It is being used now to force people to wear face diapers and get jabberwobbies. Okay? And a lot more. Another big part of this punishment program has involved us creating the false front. Okay, the facade face we show the public to survive, right? And the game's all around that. Only that is just another trap by the fallen ones, because we no longer are being authentic. Not just into the world, but even to ourselves. We can much more easily fall prey then to elaborate ideologies of the right way. And you know, if you follow my stuff, I do not really jump on that. Okay, the right way. AKA, some examples depending upon your culture: social democracy, socialism, communism, dictatorships, bloodline control rulerships. Again, these are ideologies. Remember I talked about that earlier? They all have good ideas. Let's not front, all of them have a little something. You could have positive dictatorships, right? Or benevolent, I think it was benevolent dictatorships. But none of them are grounded in fact, right? Again, they are created or envisioned to control people to live a quote-unquote better life based on someone's probably group as well, probably manipulated by both, right? The quote-unquote light and dark, or organic and inorganic forces vision, or visions. Okay. Alrighty then. In the end, okay, each individuus of the all one, okay, chooses. Okay, this is really important to get. Really embody this feeling. So in the end, really, it comes down to each individuus, or I am, of the all oneness, chooses to live their authentic expression moment to moment, surfing the web, so to speak, the neural network pathways of their eternal mind, right? There's absolutely, guys, if you really process this and think about it, there's absolutely no government system that we can put in place to regulate this. Okay? None. All we can do, all we can do is create a system where people can play nicely with each other. Maybe a republic, possibly. You will see what we create from a much more awake and aware frame of mind in the following months and years. In conclusion, okay, there is an end to this. In conclusion, there is a significant chess game being played right now between the organic and the inorganic. It was flipped around to say the dark and light, but now we know we can't play that game anymore, right? It's too confusing, because both of them have their place, okay? We cannot go by sight alone, because that's attached to the senses of the mind, okay? The intellect. right. All right. We can only go within our own internal, eternal core of our being to search out what is authentic, alive, including organic live time matrix and knowing the false front phantom time matrix. We can only feel that out within. I give thanks, okay, again, to Rudolf Steiner, Gigi Young, HJR A'ya, and of course my own clan family, my multidimensional beinghood, for Manu insights. Like I always say, take it or leave it. You know, if it fits you, it fits you. If it doesn't, that's what you do. Please like, share, and give your perspective in the comment section below. Also, please subscribe if you haven't already. And just quickly adding too, I do private sessions, HJR Harmonizing Trinity Realignment sessions, private sessions. And I also, my next Grid Keepers group seminar is going to be March 2022. So please keep an eye out. And also, I would be so eternally grateful if this is something that you enjoy and you appreciate, you want to support me financially, which would be like awesome. If you know, again, if you, whatever reason, aren't ready to do a private session, cool. You know, you just want to do the Harmonizing Journey with Nitah, that's great. Whatever, you can just kind of support me with the HJR PayPal tip jar link button. I would be really grateful. If not, that's okay too. All right. Thank you.